Tyreek Hill was pulled over for speeding and reckless driving near Hard Rock Stadium, according to ESPN, and briefly handcuffed after a verbal altercation with the cops. His agent, Drew Rosenhaus, describes the situation as heartbreaking and mind-boggling, and Hill went on to play the game, scoring an 80-yard touchdown. Body camera footage shows Hill being removed from his car and taken to the ground after dispute about his window being pulled down. According to Miami Herald, the Miami-Dade County Police Department launched an internal investigation, and one officer was placed on administrative duties leave apparently during the probe, as confirmed by Director Stephanie Daniels. The agent criticized the incident, saying this shouldn't have happened to a player entering his own stadium. There's no reason Tyreek should have been treated this way today.
All right, we got one of these events going on. So we're here on the Valuetainment channel on YouTube. Patrick Bet David is talking about, and it's a recent incident between Tyreek Hill, who apparently is a professional football player on the Miami Dolphins, who was arrested for speeding. He was on his way to a game at the stadium, and the cops pulled him over because he was speeding. And then, of course, he refused, allegedly, to cooperate with the cops, and things escalated. And then he went on and cried about how he was mistreated. So let's see what happens here, and let's see what PBD's co-hosts have to say about this.
Vinny.
Listen,
is this a clip?
Well, yes. This is the body cam footage.
Yeah. It's a nice car. Is that a McLaren?
Yes. No seatbelt and driving over 100. I'm late. Do what you gotta do. And he's rolling up his window. Like, see? Not complying with a cop. You see? Elevating the situation, which you're not supposed to do. Look. Hold on. I'm just letting you know.
Hey, keep your window down. Keep your window down. I'm gonna get you out of the car. As a matter of fact, get out of the car. Give me that. Get out of the car. Give me that. I'm gonna break that freaking window. Get out of the car.
I'm gonna break the window.
Get out of the car right now. We're not playing this game. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out.
Unbelievable.
What part of violence do you understand? Hey, Drew, I'm getting arrested, Drew. I'm getting arrested.
He's on the phone with Drew Rosenhaus, his agent.
I'm getting arrested, Drew. I'm getting out, bro. God,
look at his arm.
Okay, Adam. Okay, we'll talk about it after.
You understand?
I'm getting out,
You understand? Not what you want, but what we tell you. You're a little fucking confused.
I'm getting out, bro.
Too late.
Chill,
Too
bro.
late.
All right, bro. Take me to jail, bro. Do what you gotta do, bro.
We are. We will.
Good, bro.
It is good.
Hey, Drew, hey.
Don't worry about it. I hung up the phone. Stop crying.
Bro, y'all,
Don't move.
good. Bro, you beating on my window like you crazy.
Just set him up.
Why y'all beating on my window like y'all crazy for? Damn, yo, bro. Bro.
It doesn't get any clearer than this footage.
Bro, dude, beating on my window like he crazy. I ain't do nothing, twin. Hey.
Hey, don't park there. Don't park there.
Hey.
How long did this run?
That's his teammate, by the way, in the other Rolls Royce.
Hold on, bro. I just had surgery on my knee. I just had surgery on my knee, bro. I just had surgery on my knee, bro.
I just heard you in your ears when we go there with the window down.
Chill, bro. Hey, don't do, bro.
Back up.
Hey, call Drew. Hey, call Drew.
Not smart walking up on them.
Call Drew. Hey, call Drew, bro. Hey, call Drew, bro. Just call Drew.
And then Rob, I sent him one button. So now I sent Rob another short one where he's saying, go to the one, Rob, that I sent you.
All right, so we pretty much saw the whole thing there. It was pretty well filmed, and there's countless examples of this. And yeah, when you're looking at it from outside America, it all looks like madness. Now, I'll admit, I've made some mistakes while I'm driving. I've been pulled over in the United States. I've been pulled over in the European country where I live, and it's really not that difficult. You just pull over, roll down your window, and you follow the cops' instructions. If they want to see your papers, you show them your papers. If they want to breathalyze you, you take the breathalyzer. What you don't do is ignore them or roll your window back up and start making phone calls. And yeah, okay. But if you're super privileged and you're a professional football player in America and you've got a massive contract with the Miami Dolphins for tens or hundreds of millions of dollars, whatever it is he has, yeah, you do whatever the fuck you want. And then you complain about it. Now, the only thing I saw that was a problem there was once they finally got him out of the car, and they gave him lots of chances as far as I could see, but they were getting pissed off. The cops are getting pissed off. I can understand that. It should have just been very simple. He rolls down his window. What's the problem, officer? You're speeding. Oh, sorry, officer. I was in a bit of a hurry. On the way to a game. No problem, sir, but I'm going to have to give you a ticket. Okay, officer, give me the ticket. It's like, what's the ticket? It's going to be $100 or $200 or whatever. And, there's nothing to this guy. And instead, he has to call his agent, apparently, while he's getting arrested. The whole thing's nonsense. Imagine being so privileged that you have to call your agent while you're getting pulled over to get a ticket for speeding. And then the only thing I could see that was a bit of a problem was finally when they had him out of the car, he was standing on the sidewalk, and this other one of the other cops came over and kind of tackled him to the ground. That I didn't understand that. Yeah, okay, maybe that was the guy who was put on administrative leave. But for the rest of it just seemed perfectly normal to me. Frankly, I think all the cops should be given an award for putting up with his nonsense.
Well, he's like, y'all just pull me over because I'm a black man in a nice car. Because go, and then I'll show you. No, Rob, the other one.
Did he say that? Or maybe that's what's coming up in the clip. I didn't hear that.
It's a short clip of the police situation, right there. This is the short one, Rob? Yeah.
I'm just being a black man, that's it. I'm just being black in America, bro. That's all it is.
We're dark too, brother. We're people of color too. Don't play like that.
Don't play that.
We're people of color too, bro. Yeah, those cops, at least one of the cops, judging by his accent, he sounded Latino of some kind since this is in Miami. Probably, I guess, of Cuban extraction. I don't know. I don't know about the demographics of Miami and all these places, but, it's famous for having lots of Cubans. But in any case, yeah, don't play that card. I'm just being black and American. Yeah, no, bro. You're just being an extremely wealthy American football player driving a very fancy and expensive car. Apparently a McLaren. Is that what PBD said? I'm no expert. And acting like a bitch.
Man in America, bro, in a nice car. That's it.
Okay. Here, Adam, because I know obviously that one cop was being a little bit aggressive, but what was the problem with this video and what people need to understand this? Comply with the officer's instructions. Why did he have an attitude? Why do you have to roll up your window? None of that would have happened. None of this would have escalated if you just listen to the cops, leave the window down, give him your ID. By the way, they're not pulling him over because he's black. They're pulling him over because he was going over 100 miles an hour, Adam, because he was late, okay?
Was the car honking at least?
No, it wasn't in California.
It wasn't in California.
I don't get that. Can somebody explain that to me in the comments? I live in Europe, so maybe I'm missing something here.
But Pat, and here's the problem I want people to understand. Yes, that other cop, aggressive. I don't like. That's the one that was put on leave. Totally uncalled for. He escalated even more than a situation shouldn't have been.
I agree. There was, at that point, it seemed pointless. Why was he tackling him to the floor or to the ground? It seemed pointless.
But none of this happens. You don't see this video. You don't see any police cam, anything like this, if he just obeyed the officer's instructions. If you never want to deal with cops like that, just listen to what they say. Why do you roll up the window, Adam? They're trying to talk to you. You're rolling up the window. You're having an attitude. I'm late. You're this. And then at the end of it, to play the race card isn't helping the situation at all. And then he's interviewed. Rob, I sent you that one too, where he's interviewed. I think he went on, what was it, CNN? Oh, of course he's going to go on CNN. Can we hear this one, Pat?
Yeah, for sure.
You just tweeted a moment ago, you said, let's make a change. What did you mean by that?
Right. So, I'm a good old country boy from South Georgia, man. Like, I'm not a big believer in dividing people. You know, I don't believe in all that, man. I believe in bringing people together. because that's my purpose in life. I do football camps all across the world, man, trying to bring different people together, different kids, different parents, you know, because we in this together, baby. Like, we on this earth together. We got to live together. So when I say let's make a change, let's do it together. So Miami PD, really all officers across the world, man, because one officer doesn't, you know what I'm saying, like, make the whole group look bad. Like, everybody has bad apples, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Don't really know what you're saying. Yeah, if you want to like be all one and be all together and not be divisive, then why didn't you just cooperate with the cops? It really wasn't that difficult.
Every team has bad apples. It's my job to use my platform and my resources, so that way I'm able to align, you know, with, you know,
Rob, you can stop it.
You know,
but none of the, bringing people together, having that attitude, talking about, oh, because I'm a black man in the car. That's not. You're doing the complete opposite of what you're saying. You're dividing people, because now people are like, oh, you're pulling me over because I'm black.
There's 3 chapters here. So chapter 1 is what happened before the body cams turned on and the car is stopped at the curb.
You don't know
what happened. I'll tell you. In 1996, I was driving like an idiot, late for work. He was late for work in Los Angeles, California, driving a 1973 Chevy Impala, which is all I could afford. I committed 5 moving violations in 1 mile. I was pulled over for reckless driving. Once they pulled me over, I hear a helicopter because they said I was attempting to evade pursuit. So, and I was being an idiot. And I actually had a white shirt and a tie on, like the one of 2 ties I owned. I got out of the car. I did everything they said, because when they pulled me over, they were upset. And so I did everything they were told. But even as I had my hands on the trunk of my car, while they frisked me, being pissed off, they took the back of my head and they gave me a big push, and my nose and my chin bounced on the back of my car, but I stood there frozen because that's their world. Now, that was a wrong thing for them to do. But why was I pulled over?
Exactly.
I was pulled over because I was driving like an idiot. Now I step into their world.
Yep.
So chapter 2, I obeyed what the officer said. Tyreek Hill gets on the phone to his agent. Help me, fix it. Rolling up the window. You can't do that with the cops once you're pulled over. But chapter 3, it was handled poorly by the police, absolutely poorly. But let's just remember, we don't even get to chapter 3 if you arrive to work on time and you're not driving at a high rate of speed.
Yep.
You know, and I'm sorry, but we need to talk about that. You put yourself in a bad position.
Yeah, take responsibility for your actions, for God's sake. How can somebody so privileged as Tyreek Hill not take simple responsibility for his actions? It boggles the mind. Ordinary people, yeah, they fuck up, they make mistakes, like this guy's saying here. They drive like an idiot. We've all done it. We've all made, you know, poor decisions, let's put it that way, which have led to poor actions, which have led to poor consequences. And you pay the price. And you learn. That's the whole point. And this Tyreek Hill is just acting like a spoiled brat. Like the worst kind of spoiled brat. Yeah, like somebody who's never been punished, but because probably he never has been punished. He's probably, somebody again, correct me in the comments, but to get to his position, you know, he's a highly paid athlete, very highly paid athlete. He's been, you know, he's gotten away with everything because of his athletic skill for his entire life. That's my guess. You know, so I pretty much agree with what this guy is saying here. I don't know his name, here on the PBD podcast, PBD podcast. But I don't think the cops handled it wrong. For me, as far as I'm concerned, they handled it correctly, except for that one guy who sort of overdid it. But even then, he didn't bounce Tyreek Hill's head off the cement, off the sidewalk or anything like that. He kind of pushed him to the ground. That was the only thing that I saw that was a little bit over the top.
Encountered a bad cop, but once you were pulled over, you didn't follow instructions.
Yeah. Adam, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, I do have a lot on this because I've been to this stadium a million times. I grew up going to Miami Dolphin Stadium. It used to be called Joe Robbie. Now it's called the Hard Rock Stadium. I've been on that exact same street, Ives Dairy Road, a million different times. And I respect the cops. By the way, this was opening day, NFL season. You know how many cops are out there? I've been to hundreds of tailgates here, thousands of cops. and the vast majority of them are awesome. Okay, this is a case of, in my opinion, a drunk on power authoritarian cop for whatever reason.
What on earth? God, Adam. Just, there's something about this guy on here on Patrick Bet David's colleague here, Adam Sosnick. The last video I did, he was reasonable. The video before that, he was a complete libtard, and now I think he's heading towards libtard side here because drunk on power. There was no drunk on power here.
Is just utilizing all his authority to look like the man in front of a guy who was clearly an NFL player. He didn't know that it was Tyreek Hill, arguably the best wide receiver in the league. The guy that just signed a four-year, $120 million contract.
Irrelevant, Adam.
For the Miami Dolphins team that is worth $7 billion.
Even more irrelevant. What on earth? This libtard here, he's a libtard, but he's impressed by how much this guy's contract is worth and how much the Miami Dolphins is worth.
By the way, I'm sure Mayor Francis Suarez may have a thing or two to say on this.
More irrelevant. A proper mayor would say, nobody's above the law. Yeah, Tyreek Hill, you break the law, pay the price. Jesus, how difficult can that be? And now, Adam, the libtard, seems to be saying that, no, you can break the law because, you've just got $140 million. You've just signed a $140 million contract with the Miami Dolphins, who, by the way, are worth $7 billion. What? Irrelevant, Adam.
So, number one, I think the cop screwed up royally, and he's been placed on administrative leave. Here's a guy, if this wasn't Tyreek Hill, just imagine for a second if something worse happened and they shot Tyreek Hill. By the way, it wasn't just Tyreek Hill. 2 other players got arrested. Calais Campbell, who went to the U, and there was a 3rd player that got arrested. At what point do these moron cops say, hey, by the way, we're arresting the players we're here to protect in the stadium? At one point.
That doesn't mean that doesn't matter, Adam. If you're breaking the law and you're being
breaking the law, speeding.
Okay, Adam,
Vinny, you're talking out of both sides of your mouth.
If he hits somebody with a car,
you just spoke for 5 minutes. Allow me, buddy. You just said how ridiculous it was.
I can't go.
PBD's just getting fed up with this nonsense that Adam is spewing out. And Vinny sounded like he was, Vinny was not at all happy with this nonsense that Adam was saying. I have no idea. It sounds like Adam is being paid to say this nonsense. It's ridiculous. Maybe they have him there just to provide the libtard view on things. Patrick Bet David is obviously fed up. I would be fed up too. The whole thing is just a nonsense. I mean, what is there even to argue about? Okay, the one cop went a bit too far. Sure. Put him on administrative leave for a week or whatever. But what? Yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments below. This whole thing just seems like a big nothing burger, but Adam seems to think it's very important. And yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys watching this video will see something that I don't. But I just don't see. I just don't see it. None of us are above the law. We all make mistakes. God knows how I've made mistakes. I've had plenty of speeding tickets in my life. And yeah, it'd be great to have a $140 million contract with the Miami Dolphins, which is a $7 billion team, according to Adam. But most of us are just ordinary people, and we have to abide by the law. And to think you're above the law, especially if you're privileged, incredibly privileged, is just pathetic. So anyway, like and subscribe. If you like this sort of content, please like and subscribe. It helps me a lot, helps the channel grow, and helps me bring more of this content to you.